Hey, what's going on, everyone? Finally, welcome back to CS Coins. I've been taking a break for quite a while on YouTube. I just wasn't getting great luck coin roll hunting. I was getting really burnt out. But I'm still out there looking for treasure all the time. You know, when I get a good score, I will be sure to come to YouTube to show you guys first. We do have a really good score today. I went to an antique shop with some friends yesterday, and they had a tray full of like tokens and foreign coins that they were selling for $0.25 each. So I asked if I could look through it. I did, and we have some really nice finds in here. We've got silver, we've got errors, believe it or not, and I think we have some rare tokens. Some of them could be pretty valuable. So really excited to show you guys what I got here. I haven't thoroughly looked through these yet. I just kind of was glancing through them at the antique shop, pulling out what I thought was really good. So some of these I haven't had a good chance to check out really. So we might be making some finds here together. But like I said, 42 tokens and coins. I paid $10 for all of these. I got a great deal. So that is all of them right there. Let me show you what I got. All right, I'm gonna start out showing you guys the silver finds that I got out of this bin here. First of all, we've got a couple silver Canadian dimes. I do find these coin roll hunting from time to time. They are 80% silver. That is the content in Canada typically on the more modern silver coins. So 1943 on this one, we got a King George, paid $0.25 for this. I believe this is going to be about $1.75, $2 worth of silver content. So really good there, made some good profit. This one I didn't really know was silver when I first found it. Prior to this video, I was checking out the ones that looked silver, doing a little bit of research. Some of these I'm still not sure if they're silver or not. But this one I was really certain really has that look. 25 centavos from El Salvador. I believe that date there is 1953. So I looked that one up online. That is confirmed silver 90%. So that's another one. I don't really know the value of this. I would say it's pretty similar to what a Canadian dime would be. I would say maybe $2 range, somewhere in there. So right there alone, we got probably, you know, $3.50 in profit. And we do have a little bit more silver here. We got another Canadian dime. This one is a 1950, so I think that was one of the last years of the King George dimes. But that's another 80% silver from Canada. Love to see it. And we got a couple maybes here. I'm pretty certain this one's silver, and this might be one of the better finds of the batch here. This, I believe, to be a love token from the Victorian times. This is probably from the 1800s at some point. And I don't know what this coin would have been. To me, it looks like it's probably $0.25. So I would assume this might be a barber quarter. It is really worn flat, though. You can't even really tell what it is. But somebody had made what they call a love token with this, I believe. I can read 2 right there. People, you know, back in the day would, like, calligraphy was a big thing back then. So they would, you know, write their name and then write the name of their lover on there and give them to their lover as a gift. So that was a pretty common thing in the 1800s, but that is, I'm nearly positive, a silver coin from at least the 1800s. I'm guessing it's not much older than that. I would say mid to late 1800s, could even be earlier than that. But that's, I'm pretty certain that's silver, so that's an awesome find right there. Probably one of the better finds of the batch here, so I would say that I'm pretty certain it brings us to 4 silver coins. And this, I'm gonna say, is probably silver. This is like a medallion. I don't know if this was for like a high school, middle school. It's some kind of school for sure, maybe even college, but it says 1964 on there. And looking at it at the antique shop, I was pretty certain that was sterling from just looking at it. I can't really do the sound test with what I'm working with here is our backdrop, but it does kind of sound silver, so I think that one's another silver. And like I said at the beginning, these were $0.25 each, so right here I'm definitely in profit over what I already paid for everything. Let's see where that last one went. There was one more I thought could have been silver. This one here. So this looks to be some kind of George Washington like token or coin. Doesn't really look silver that much. It's kind of weird looking. But doing the sound test, I don't know, you can barely hear it there, but it kind of does sound like silver. So I don't know what that is. I guarantee you that's not from the 1700s. Looks like a more modern, maybe last 100 years or so medallion. But it sure does sound like silver. It's just commemorating George Washington, our first president. So either way, that's a pretty cool find. So that would be it for the silvers. Now I think I'll move on to the other foreign coins that I found. And then at the very end, we'll move on to the tokens. This isn't really a foreign coin, but it is not a token either, so I'm going to show it with the foreign coins. I picked this up. I'm pretty sure this is a blank planchet for a penny. I did the drop test. It sounds like it's copper, so I think this is going to be an older penny. It would be later 1982 or before. But blank planchets are pretty cool. I've never found one coin roll hunting, so pretty sure that's what we got there. I haven't looked at the value on these in a while. I want to say they're like $3 or $4 for this find here. So yeah, I mean, we definitely have a lot more money here than what I paid. Like, I think maybe just these four for sure already paid for the whole lot. And we've got a ton of other things that have value here as well. So for the foreign coins, I know my World War II stuff pretty good, so I'm always like looking for these German coins. This is going to be a German, I think this one's 1 Reichspfennig. So that means like 1 cent. And Reich means like the German Reich. Like, obviously they had one going in World War II. They say Deutsches Reich on the one side. So I think that date reads 1945. These ones typically sell for like $1 or $2. I think they're pretty common coins. As rare as you think they would be, they were mass produced. So they're still kind of cool to find though. There we got a 1945. This one is actually 10 Reichspfennig. So it's the same year as that one, just a bigger coin. I don't remember what these are made out of. I think zinc. They kind of tend to tarnish pretty quickly. But I picked those two up because, I mean, at 25 cents, you can't go wrong. They are a little corroded, but altogether not in terrible shape. And this, I think, is another German coin. I don't know exactly when this is from. My guess would be around World War I, maybe. This one, I see at 18. This could be from the 1800s, maybe. 5 Kriegsgeld. So I took a little bit of German in high school. Krieg means war. So some kind of war was going on in Germany when this was made. I think that's 5 Pfennig. Yeah, 5 Pfennig Kriegsgeld. And Neuburg. It's interesting. It looks like there's some kind of castle on this side. It's a very interesting shaped coin too. These little notches are like part of the coin. So I've never really seen anything like that. That was pretty interesting. Then we got a couple Asian coins here. I'm pretty sure this one's Chinese. I want to say this is a cash coin. I've had these before. My brother's found one metal detecting when I've been with him. But I think this one comes from China, and this one's going to be really old. I think these cash coins were made from like the 1700s, all the way back to maybe like the 1600s. Don't go quoting me on that. I'm not super knowledgeable on all the foreign coins, but I know this one's old. It's got to be at least 1700s, I would say. I'm not sure on value on this. At least a few dollars, I would say for sure. And this one, I don't know what country it's from. It does look like another Asian coin. You can see that kind of writing on the back. But this one has a couple holes in it. Looks like somebody might have made some jewelry out of it. I really have no clue what this one is, but I knew it was an old one, so I decided to pick it up. I always like getting those like pre-1800 coins if I can. This could be 1800s. I think it might be older though. So that would be it for the foreign coins. I was pretty happy with the haul there. And most of the ones that we got today are tokens, so we will wrap up the video looking at the tokens. All right, here's the bulk of the finds here, the tokens. That is mostly what I was finding in this tray here. There were a lot that I left behind. Some of them were duplicates. If I do more research and some of these are worth a good amount of money, I'll probably be going back and buying them up for $0.25. That was a pretty great price. The one guy, yeah, I think it was like maybe a husband and wife that were running that antique shop. He said there could be silver in there. So once he said that, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we definitely got silver. I'm going to go pick these up for $1/4 each. That is a bargain right there. But these tokens are pretty cool. I'm more of a coin guy than a token guy, but some of these are still awesome. So I did promise errors at the beginning. This, I kind of was shocked to see. We have a die crack on this one. Good for 1 S tune. I don't really know what that means, but we got a die crack right here, going all the way through tune and down through the bottom there. These are super rare to find on like normal US coins, so I would imagine tokens are a little more common, just because the dies probably aren't as good as the government dies. But that was a pretty awesome find. I was pretty surprised to see that one. I don't know what that is. I'll have to research this a little more. And we got all kinds of tokens from all over the country. I'm in Michigan, so some of these are from Michigan. But we have all kinds of states represented here with these tokens. We got Pullman 10-cent pool room, good for 10 cents in trade. This one's from the Fountain Inn, 1824 South Calhoun Streets, Fort Wayne, Indiana. 5 cents in trade on that one. I would assume that these are probably mostly from like the early 1900s, I would say, maybe 1920s. Some of these I think are from the 1800s though. This one looks about that old. J&J Saloon, that's all that one says. It's really scratched up on the back too. I just saw Saloon and I'm like, you know what? I like the old Western stuff. You know, this could have been from like an old cowboy saloon. That's pretty cool. So I picked it up. Right here we have just a 1 in the middle, patent June 1909. 1 in trade, Ingalls system. Tyler Bros, and then we have 1 on there as well. Harry's Wreck, Keego Harbor. That's a little more familiar. Keego Harbor, Michigan, good for 5 cents in trade. This one's got that octagon shape, which is pretty cool. You don't see that every day. All these other tokens are round for the most part. This is not metal. I think they used to make tokens out of Bakelite. I think Bakelite was like the early kind of plastic. So this definitely feels like it's that kind of material. I just wanted to pick up a couple of these because I've seen them before, I've heard of them, but it's something you won't find like metal detecting. You probably will never find coin roll hunting. So I decided I would pick a couple up for my collection. But this is 1 token Oklahoma sales tax. Pick that one up. This one I thought was pretty awesome. It's a pretty big size token. Dwight B. Waldo, don't know who that is. It's the extra drive that wins, and it's going to show a stadium from Kalamazoo, Michigan, another familiar location. Western Stadium, 1939. I looked these up online. I think they're selling pretty consistently for like $10 range, or at least people have them listed for that much. So right there, that pays for the whole lot as well. Right here we have a Middendorf's Bakery 5 cents loaf of bread token. That was pretty cool. Another one from Fort Wayne, Indiana. This one's Crystal Tap, 5 cents in trade. What do we got here? Motor Coach, Bamford Bros, Whitaker, Pennsylvania. Just lost that one. Good for 1 fare. So I would assume that's at least early 1900s. This one looks a little older than a lot of those other ones. And if anyone watching knows a good amount about tokens, please feel free to let me know about some of these. I am not a token expert by any means. We got here RG Tyler. I don't know if that's a font or like another die crack. That might be another die crack. I didn't even notice that before. That little star thing's supposed to be there, but it looks like from the E, actually the L all the way over, that could be another die crack. Anyway, RG Tyler, wholesale grocer, Detroit, Michigan, business card. This is old. I would assume this would be mid to late 1800s. It seems like similar like font and style to like the Civil War type tokens, which we actually do have one of those in here that I'll show later. So that's a cool one. I'll have to do more research on that. We have here Patty's Place. God, I can't even read that. Wabash Avenue, I think it says. Good for 10 cents. That one looks pretty old too. Right here we have a billiards token, Liberty Billiards, Pontiac, Michigan. 5 cents in trade. 40 years cigar stores, 5 cents in trade. I don't know what this is. It just has BP on it. I don't know if that's initials or whatever. But it did look pretty old. I thought it was cool, so I picked it up. This one could be interesting. I was looking at it in the antique shop, and I saw it was from the World's Fair from 1939, New York. So that was pretty unique. And then I flipped it over, and it looks like it's advertising some kind of like oil here. Guaranteed 100% Bradford Oil, Pennsylvania. And then the can there says Kendall, I think, but it says good luck. So that's really interesting. I don't know if this is from the World Fair or the World's Fair in 1939, or if it's just advertising it, well, advertising that oil at the same time. This one, we got NL Wold, 5 cents in trade. Most of these tend to be 5 cents. This one's from Gaylord, Michigan, Frank's Place, 5 cents in trade. This one just has a 10 on it. Not quite sure what that's for. Thought it was kind of cool though. Right here we have Theo F. Gumball, 5 cents in trade. This one, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know my brother's a treasure hunter as well. He does a lot of metal detecting and relic hunting. He told me this one's not super valuable. When I sent him a picture, I looked it up. It's worth like $6-7, which really is not too bad. But I thought it was pretty cool. It was a big token. But this one is for soap. It gives you 1 cake of I don't know how to pronounce that, Palmolive soap. It's free when you buy 1 cake. I think this one's from Chicago, so pretty cool. I picked this up because I thought it could have been silver. It just kind of had that look. I looked it up when I got back. It wasn't silver. I didn't want to be like doing the drop test on the counter when I was in the antique shop and, you know, making a ruckus. But this one's from Austria, I think, 1951. This one is mainly copper. That's what I found out from looking it up. Got another trade token here, 5 cents in trade at Barsati Bros. Just got a 5 on the other side. This is another one of those like Bakelite or plastic ones. Sales tax token. This one, it's from Alabama State Department of Revenue. This, I believe, is a German token, I'm pretty sure. We got Metropa, Berlin. I want to say this is like a railroad token based on my research. That's what it seems like it is. Don't know how old it is or much else about it. I just thought that was pretty cool. You don't see many tokens from foreign countries around here in the States. This I snatched up right away. Like I said, I'm into the World War II stuff, so I knew these were World War II tokens, these 2 OPA tokens. I believe the red points were for civilian ration tokens. I'm not positive. Some kind of ration token for sure, but this is like another kind of Bakelite type material. It's like a plastic. I could probably break these in half if I wanted to. Of course, I'm not going to, but I always try to pick these up when I find them, especially at 25 cents. That's a great deal. And last but not least, this is one of the better finds, I think, of the batch. We have a Civil War token here. So this might look like an Indian head sent from the front. But when you flip it open, or flip it over, unfortunately this one's pretty corroded. But I think it's for some kind of grocery store. You can see grocer right there. I don't know much about it because the whole right side of the reverse here is just completely toasted, but I know these can be worth a decent amount of money. I actually found one metal detecting that was more of like a patriotic token. This one was actually for like a merchant. So private minters back in the Civil War actually used to make tokens that were, you know, a little more patriotic, but they also advertised their business as well. So that's awesome, I think. I don't know what it's worth in this condition, but these can get up to like a couple $100, I think, for different kinds. So I wouldn't be shocked if this is worth like at least $5-10 in the condition it's in. But that's one of my favorite finds from the haul. That was awesome. But that's it. That's the final token from the haul here. 42 in total for $10. I did great, I think. I wouldn't be shocked if this stuff's worth like $100-200 at least. Like I said, I haven't done research on all of this, but I know it's all worth at least like $2-3 a piece. Some of these are worth even more. So very, very happy with this haul. I wanted to go right to YouTube to show you guys how I did here. I haven't been doing great coin roll hunting, but I'm going to be having a 2023 wrap up here pretty soon. I've been meaning to get a video out for that. But in the meantime, I'm just happy to get another video out. I'm glad I can get one out for you guys again. I'm always on the hunt for this kind of stuff. I've been going to a lot of antique shops and like flea markets lately, so I'm always looking for good scores. We did really well here, and I'm planning to get out soon to find some more. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you soon with another video, and take care. I hope you guys enjoyed it.